Certainly the biggest driver on the commercial side is this new LTE technology. Now it stands for long-term evolution, but I don't think people need to care too much what it stands for. What really happened, if you look at cell phones, 1G was a technology where they were almost just walkie-talkies. 2G was where South Africa came into the game, where we had digital voice. 3G was the first technology that supported data at reasonable speeds. And theoretically, 4G is the technology that will take data to become the dominant thing in cell phones, multimedia. In other words, the idea is that 4G would be the type of speeds that will allow you to do video and talking, and it will all combine into one technology, and that's LTE. LTE is the start of that. So if you look at LTE, LTE is effectively another word for 4G. So 4G is a very generic term, which says fourth generation communication, where LTE is the specific implementation chosen within the GSM world. And the GSM world is the only world that exists at the moment. The other ones are fast disappearing. So the difference between that and the previous standards is that it truly starts off at speeds from 150 to 300 megabits per second. Now I don't want to get people's eyes glazing over, but these are about 10 times faster than anything we know of in ADSL, for example, in South Africa. So for the first time, radio technology will be about 10 times faster than the fastest wire technology. Normally that was the other way around. So truly huge increases in speed that can do things that we don't even dream of at the moment. So that seamless interconnectivity that I think we've been hoping for will happen, but it will require a lot more capacity. And capacity is different to just the speed. In other words, we're going to need, they think about 20 to 30 times more base stations per square kilometer than what we had before. And that means those base stations will have to become little small things sitting everywhere in every part of the town. Otherwise, we just won't be able to supply the services to all the people at those type of speeds. For us, it's a very exciting technology in the sense that it changes the whole game plan. So it's not just like a faster data technology as we did find with the different HSPA and other standards that happened before. It's fundamentally different, and it needs new spectrum. This is one of the critical parts why it's been delayed in South Africa. The new spectrum typically is in a new band that sits at about 2.5 to 2.7 gigahertz, which wouldn't interest many people. But the other big band is when the new TV channels or the old TV channels will move down, and part of that very valuable TV spectrum will be given for cellular communications. And that would be the real release of 3G. We've seen that happen in Europe. In Europe at the moment we're selling virtually only 3G, only LTE antennas. And on the antenna side it's exciting because of this bandwidth, so you need antennas that can do more than the ones before. But most importantly, you need now, for example, 2 antennas per end user device, not one. And one of these days you may need 4. And for us that's like just creating business, immediately doubling up on our business when someone needs 2 antennas. And because we were in Europe, we are one of the leading companies at the moment that's capable of supplying the antennas that's both got 2 antennas built into one device, and also can handle all of the frequency bands from the TV ones up to the very high ones, which is now required.